now we're going. Welcome to Jerry Boatner Field, the campus of West Lauderdale High School, where the West Lauderdale Knights will be taking on the Southeast Tigers. West Lauderdale comes in with a 2-4 record, having lost 3 in a row to good teams, though I might add. They lost to Ocean Springs by a score of 1-8, Summerall by 1-5, which was a fantastic game where Rylan Kennedy and Andy Davis had a great pitching duel. And then West would go play Northwest Rankin this past week and would drop that contest 13-1 in Northwest Rankin's favor. We're here at the top of the first, 3-2 count. Cody Pickford on the mound. Score 0-0. Southeast lineup, John Purvis leading off and is at the plate right now. He's also got the pitching duties. Roland Riley, the shortstop's leading off. Slow roller, not able to field it in time. And so Roland Riley will have an infield single. And that will bring up John Purvis.
The next bat is the pitcher, number 4, John Purvis.
Purvis squared to bunt, offered at it and missed. Strike one on the outside half from Pickford. Throw back to first, back in plenty of time. 0-1 count, score 0-0. Top of the first inning. Square to bunt again, outside pitch on the corner. Count 0-2. Beautiful day at Jerry Boatner Field. A little bit of wind, man, a really nice spring day. Runner goes in motion, curveball outside, throw down to second, not in time. And so Rowan Riley has himself a stolen base, and now Southeast has runner in scoring position, nobody out. Curveball, fouled off left-hand side. Count goes to 1-2. Ball at the knees. Count evens up 2-2. So Pickford comes in, having pitched 2.2 innings on the year. Giving up 2 hits, 1 base on balls, 6 strikeouts, and no earned runs. So fastball from Cody, fouled off the right-hand side. Count stays 2-2. Breaking pitch. And that's a foul ball. Man, that was close. Umpire probably had the best look at it. It was a breaking pitch. Pickford kind of hung up in the zone. And Purvis turned on it. Just outside the foul line, left field. Strike on the outside corner. So Pickford comes back, gets the first out of the inning via strikeout looking.
With 1 out, The batter is catcher number 5, Cohen Mosley.
And that'll bring up Cohen Mosley. He's got the kitchen duties for the Tigers today. It's a great day for baseball. Really good weather. Good day to be outside. Ball in the dirt. Good job. Throwing down to third. Not in time. Little bit quicker behind the plate to retrieve the baseball, and maybe he's out. But heads up base running by Riley. So now the Tigers have the lead run in scoring position here with 1 out at the top of the first. Breaking pitch on the outside corner. Ball low. Ball up. So 3-1 count. The ground ball back to Pickford. Holds the runner at third, so good job. Much needed out right there from Cody. Weak grounder, which he fielded, checked the runner at third, through the first. Gets the second out of the inning.
With 2 outs, the batter is left fielder number 9, Peyton Roberts.
That's going to bring up Peyton Roberts, left fielder for the Tigers. Breaking pitch. A little bit low and outside. Roberts didn't offer at it. All started to swing, but checked it up in plenty of time. It's a ground ball. Shortstop. Fielded cleanly. Throw over. And Pickford gets out of it. Strands 1. So no runs on 1 hit for the Tigers. For the Knights coming up will be Braylon Dixon, Braden Warren, and Xavier Thompson.
In that half of the inning, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Due up to the Knights, Braylon Dixon, Braden Warren, and Xavier Thompson. The lead off of the Knights, the shortstop number 23, Braylon Dixon.
So Braylon Dixon coming to the plate. Braylon's hitting .235. Swing and a miss. A fastball by Purvis. Braylon Dixon. There's a single out to right field. It's a good way to start the game for the Knights. But Dixon with a single out to the right fielder. So Knights have the lead run on base. Braden Warren coming to the plate. Warren hitting .333. 4 hits.
Braden Warren.
1 triple, 3 RBIs. There's a good bunt. Only played at first. And they get him out. But Warren does his job and sacrifices and moves Dixon to second. That brings up Xavier Thompson. Thompson hitting .278. 2 doubles, 1 home run, 6 RBIs.
Number 2, Xavier Thompson.
There's a ball inside on a breaking pitch. Ball up and in. Moves the count to 2-0. Ball up 3-0. Xavier hits one down the left field line. Going to get out of play. Foul ball. Moves the count to 3-1. I'm sure Xavier has the green light at 3-1 count from Coach Smith. Sure he had it at 3-0 too. You're going to let Xavier Thompson swing the bat. And that's ball 4. So the Knights will have two runners on base with 1 out in the inning. That's going to bring up Cody Pickford.
Cody Pickford.
Pickford hitting .312, 5 singles, 1 RBI. Ball up and away, 1-0. Knights have a lot of strikeouts at this point in the season as a team, but you got to consider who they've played. Summerall and Andy Davis, he was 90-91 the whole game. Pop up. Down the right field line, first baseman giving chase. And it drops, so Pickford to get another shot. And that'll move it to 1-1 count. So the Knights have faced Summerall, which is 5-18, always good. Loaded pitching, went to Ocean Springs, another, I believe they're 6-18. Lost that 1-8. And then Northwest Rankin, which always has a good program, lost that one 1-13. So West may have a record that looks bad, but the competition they've played has been extremely tough, especially here in the last 3 or 4 games. So they've seen high quality pitching from all 3 of those teams. And runners on the move. Ball's going to get to the left fielder. He's going to throw it back. They're going to get a double play right there. Xavier Thompson. I don't know if it was a hit and run. Maybe it was a hit and run that went awry right there once it was a line drive foul ball that was called. Nonetheless, the double play via the fly out to left, the Tigers managed to get out of the jam. Going into the top of the second, 0-0 with Roberts, Carney, and Chapman coming to the plate.
And that half of the inning for the night. There were no runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left on base. To lead off for the Tigers, number 14, the right fielder, Ethan Carney.
Ground ball by Carney. Fielded cleanly, tossed to first, one pitch, one out. And that's the way you want to get started.
The batter for D8, number 16, Mason Chapman.
Mason Chapman coming to the plate. There's the strike in the outside half. Moves the count to 1-2. So strikeout from Pickford. Chapman goes down swinging. That's going to bring up Donovan Murphy.
First baseman, number 27, Jonathan Murphy.
Popped up. Warren says he's got it, and he does. So 3 up, 3 down for the Knights. Tigers go quickly in the top of the second. For West Lauderdale coming up, it'll be Pickford, Kennedy, and Dalen Marshall.
And that half of the inning for the Tigers, there were no runs and no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Due up to the night, Rylan Kennedy, Dalen Marshall, and Micah Thompson.
So Rylan Kennedy will lead off the bottom of the second. Pickford flew out into that double play at the end of the last inning, so it'll be Rylan Kennedy, Dalen Marshall, and Micah Thompson here in this bottom half of the second. Knights had a couple of runners on base in the first. Put a little pressure on Southeast, but just kind of a good swing and miss there from Kennedy on a really slow breaking ball from Purvis. Knights had something going. Just kind of had an unfortunate set of circumstances happen. Line drive straight to the left fielder, and runner was easily doubled up at first base on the hit and run. There's a drive way out to left field. Left fielder looks up and it is gone. Right over the home instead sign in left field between the 93 and 94 state championship signs. Rylan Kennedy puts the Knights on the board and stakes it to a 1-0 lead. Rylan was coming in hitting .438. Had one home run, so he's going to
third baseman, number 3.
Move that number to 2. Dalen Marshall coming to the plate. Marshall hitting .250. It's a ball. Marshall hitting .250. One home run, 3 RBIs. There's a slow break-in pitch. The knees moves the count to 1-1. There's a fastball. Marshall turns around on it. Roller to shortstop. Good throw to first, and Marshall's retired via the 6-4 putout.
One out, the batter is catcher number 27, Micah Thompson.
Micah Thompson coming to the plate. Micah Thompson sitting 188. 3 singles, 1 RBI. Ball up. Thompson getting the kitchen duties today with Pickford on the mound. Thompson is 1 out to right. Right fielder ranging over, going back. And can't make the play. In and out of his glove out in right field. Thompson's going to end up with his, I'm going to call it a double. As the right fielder kind of got turned around a little bit, lost his footing when he did. So I'm going to call it a double. Maybe might be scored an error. Either way, nice to have a runner at second base. Ball in the dirt. Fly ball, high on the infield. Shortstop says he has it. Cole's your courtesy runner at second. So 2 outs for the Knights. Going to bring Zayden Moore to the plate. Zayden hitting 167 on the year.
Zayden Moore.
Swing and a miss. Fastball low and in. That's a ball up, 2-0. 2-1. Ball in the dirt, 3-1. Moore gets on base. He's going to flip the lineup back to the top. Nice lead, 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Ball outside, 2-1. There's the strike. Even count moves full, 3-2. And then runner gets an early jumps down a rundown. And so the Tigers catch the Knights in a rundown. And that out gets them out of the inning. But the Knights put 1 on the board. They take the lead 1-0 in the top of the third.
That half the inning for the Knights, there was 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. Due up to the Tigers, Chase Keller, the Clan Dick, and Rowan Ryder.
So Chase Keller coming to the plate, third baseman for the Tigers. You have Keller, Vick, and Riley. And if anyone reaches the pitcher, Purvis. Ground ball to second. Fielded cleanly, so 1 pitch, 1 out for Pickford. That's exactly what you want to do. So McMullen retires. Keller 4-6 put out. Declan Vick coming to the plate, center fielder for the Tigers. Pickford gets ahead 0-1. 1 out in the inning. Knights lead 1-0 here in the top of the third. Fouled off by Vick again. Vick's the center fielder for the Tigers. Fastball inside. There's a good fastball for Pickford, 85, 86. He's been as high as 87. Throwing it well. Knights have two good arms in Pickford and Kennedy, for sure.
The two last batters, the shortstop, number 7, Rowan Riley.
So back to the top of the order. Rowan Riley comes to the plate. Riley takes one low, 1-0. Singled his last time up. A little pop fly. And a can of corn for the second baseman. And so the Tigers go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the third. Coming to the plate for the Knights. I believe it'll be Zayden Moore, Braylon Dixon, and Braden Warren.
That half inning for the Tigers. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Give up for the Knights. Zayden Moore, Braylon Dixon, and Braden Warren.
So Zayden Moore lead off here in the bottom of the third. Fly ball. First baseman giving chase. Right fielder comes over, makes a good slide and catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Zayden Moore's retired via the fly out of the right fielder. And that'll flip the order back to Braylon Dixon.
with 1 out. The bat is shortstop, number 23, Dexys.
Dixon fouls it off the right-hand side. Dixon singled his first time up. Good breaking pitch. Woo, real close pitch there. Called a ball. Ground ball gets through the hole, so Dixon's 2 for 2. Having him a pretty good day at the plate so far. So nice to have that runner at first base and Braden Warren coming to the plate. Warren sacrificed his first time up, so he's 0 for 0 today. Southeast brings the third baseman in, thinking that may be exactly what happens again. I don't know that that's going to be the case. Pitcher threw over the first, and Braden didn't make any indication that he is bunting right here. Another throw to first. And Braylon Dixon does have good wheels at first base. He is certainly a threat to steal. Another throwback. Braylon swings at 1, a little bit low and away, fouls it off. Another throw back to first. Back in plenty of time. Not even close right there. Big hole, though. Right there between second and first. I know they're in double play depth, but there's quite a gap there between the second baseman and the first baseman. Oh, I believe that's going to be the second time that's happened. Yep, so then the Tigers get another double play on a line out and throw back behind the runner on a hit and run. Just tough luck for the Knights. Due up for the Tigers will be Riley, Purvis, and Mosley.
That half inning for the Knights. There were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Due up for the Tigers, John Purvis, Cohen, Mosley, and Peyton Roberts.
So the pitcher Purvis coming to the plate. It'll be Purvis, Mosley, and Roberts here in the top of the 4th. Purvis struck out looking his last time up. Cody Pickford back in for his 4th inning of work. Good breaking pitch from Pickford. Purvis way out in front of it. Count 0-1. Knights lead 1-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Knights have 1 run on 3 hits to Southeast. No runs on 1 hit. Ball in the dirt on the changeup from Pickford. Count evens up 1-1. and he hits him. So Purvis gets plunked. And that'll give the Tigers the leadoff runner on at first base. I'm sure he'll get a courtesy runner since that's the pitcher. He did catch him in his left arm and not his right arm. So.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 6, Ryan Roach.
So Ryan Roach is your courtesy runner. And that'll bring up Cohen Mosley. Cohen grounded the pitcher his last time at the plate. Ball up, 1-0. Good breaking pitch from Pigford. He's had good command of that curveball today. Throwing it for strikes, keeping him off balance. He backs that up with a mid-80s fastball. The curveball's, I'd say, 10 to 15 miles an hour slower if you look at the gun the next time he throws one. Ground ball, weak roller, throw to second, turn at first. Not quite in time, but a good effort. A little bit, hit a little too weak to get the double play. But the Knights will take the out. Take the 6-4 put out at second.
The next batter is left fielder, number 9.
Chase Keller is your runner at first. Curve ball just hung outside just a little. Lined it over shortstop. He's going to go for 3, and he's going to be out. The runner may have got a little greedy there considering where the ball was hit. Maybe you try that if it's hit into right field. But when it's hit right at the center fielder and he's moving towards third, that's a maybe not the best base running decision. The Knights get a benefit of an easy out at third base, and that'll be 2 outs in the inning.
Right fielder, number 14, Ethan Carney.
And Ethan Carney coming to the plate. There's a ball, 1-0. Knights lead 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. Good fastball from Pigford. Counts evens up 1-1. Good fastball inside half, 1-2. Notice the umpire behind the plate is giving them an inch or two for sure off that first base side of the plate. He's caught a lot of strikes that are just either right on the corner or right off the corner. Of course, he sets up there too. So there's that potential. But if I'm Pigford and that was it, he threw it back in there again. Error by the shortstop, Dixon, for the Knights. So now that gives the Southeast Tigers, what could have been out of the inning, Southeast Tigers now runners on first and third and 2 outs.
Mason Chapman.
Chapman comes to the plate. Chapman struck out his last time up, designated hitter today. Runners on the corners. He's walking out, trying to get the runs home is what they're trying to do here. See if they can tie it up. That's a good play. It's okay. Southeast is trying to see if they could delay long enough to get the run home. The Knights are having none of that. But now, you know, if you're Southeast, you do get your runner at first in the scoring position, so a base hit probably gives you the lead, especially with 2 outs. So Tigers kind of won that. Breaking pitch. Nice play by the second, and the Knights get out of the jam. So, line drive, 1 hopper. And the Knights turn that into a 3-out inning. So, no damage done. Coming up for the Knights should be Warren, Thompson, and Pickford.
Half of the inning for the Tigers, there were no runs. There were 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. Due up to the Knights, Xavier Thompson, Cody Pickford, and Ryan Kennedy. We'd like to remind you the Tigers return to action Tuesday, March 3rd when they travel to Quitman. Game times at 5 and 7.
So it'll be Xavier Thompson coming to the plate. Xavier walked his last time up. The Thompson, Pickford, and Kennedy. Kennedy's responsible for the home run of the game. So he had a home run over the home instead sign in the 2nd inning. Xavier swings at and flies out to the left fielder on 1 pitch. So Xavier easily retired. Fly out the left fielder. That'll bring Cody Pickford to the plate. Pickford looking to help his own cause. Pitched a good game up until this point. No runs and 2 hits for Southeast. 1 run and 3 hits for the Knights. Pickford drives 1 deep out to center. Center fielder ranging over, and it's off the top of the wall. Pickford's going to pull into second base with a stand-up double.
Courtesy run for the pitcher, number 15, Cole Garrison.
Cole Garrison, a courtesy run for Cody.
Rylan Kennedy.
And Rylan Kennedy coming to the plate. So I mentioned this a second ago. Kennedy responsible for the 1 run. Pickford hit that well. Just caught at the base of the wall. We're going to say they're going to put Pickford on, and they do. Until the Knights prove that they have somebody that can deliver. I would imagine Kennedy's going to get a lot of those the rest of the season. Hopefully some of the Knights bats wake up so you can protect him a little bit and get him some swings at the plate. Dalen Marshall, slow breaking pitch, fouled straight back. Marshall grounded to seconds last time up. Went to a 6-4 put out. Ball into foul territory. And he dropped it. So Ball in foul territory. First baseman can't make a play, and Marshall lives to get another shot at it. Ball up, 1-2. See if Marshall can take advantage of it. Knights would love to put a couple more runs on the board. Grounder, slow roller, hit the shortstop. And he doesn't have a play, so Marshall gets an infield single. Now the bases are loaded for Micah Thompson.
The batter is the catcher, number 27, Micah Thompson.
Thompson doubled. Last time at the plate. Ball outside, 1-0. Knights had the bases loaded and 1 out. Big spot in the game right here. Thompson swings and misses at a breaking pitch. It breaks off the plate. Ball started middle, broke outside. Thompson way out in front of that pitch. Another breaking pitch. Moves it to 2-1. Now I will say the umpires called that pitch right there almost all day at this point. He called that one a ball, so that's tough luck for the Southeast Tiger pitchers. That's been a strike all day so far. Ball up, now 3-1. Nowhere to put Thompson. Nice bases loaded. Nice lead, 1-0. Knights have 1 run on 5 hits. The Tigers no runs on 2 hits. Thompson swings at another breaking pitch and misses. So now the count's full. And ball inside, and then walks in a run. So the Knights are going to run via the base on balls. They'll push the lead to 2-0 with 1 out in the inning. That's going to bring up Landry Maxwell. Line to shortstop. Flied out to shortstop his last time up.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 18, Shelton Cole.
Shelton Cole in the courtesy run for Thompson.
Landry Maxwell.
Ball outside, 1-0. Another ball outside, 2-0. Tigers have nobody in the bullpen warming up. Looks like they're maybe getting ready to have some action. So some guys get up. Yeah, looks like they're getting ready to start tossing. In the bottom of the 4th. Just missed that one. Count goes to 2-1. Maxwell just got underneath it. There's a ground ball, going to go foul. So 2-2 count. Knights lead 2-0. Bottom of the 4th. Maxwell hanging tough. Fouls that one straight back and out of play. Beautiful day, Jerry Boatner Field. There's a little dinker out to center. Center fielder comes in. Can't make the play, lost it in the sun. Went off his glove. You can see him shielding his eyes and just could not make it. Obviously lost the ball in the sun behind home plate. Nice take advantage and score 2. Or excuse me, scored 3. I think it's only 2. I don't think we got 3 across. I think it was a... So that pushes the lead for the Knights out to 3-0. So Maxwell reaches on error by the center fielder. Zayden Moore come to the plate. So Southeast has got somebody tossing in the bullpen, but they're nowhere near ready yet. So I don't know if maybe the coach is just trying to stall for time right there, see if his pitcher can get ready. But they were checking on the center fielder, who obviously just completely lost it in the sun. And the way Jerry Boatner Field is oriented, yeah, it's tough this time of day, especially this time of year. Ball up, 1-0.
The batter is the center fielder, number 8, Zayden Moore.
Zayden Moore flew out to the right fielder's last time up. So ball inside, 2-0. Moore swings over the top of a fastball. Count goes to 2-1. That's a strike outside half. That's the call he's been calling earlier in the game. Just looks a good bit outside, but the way he sets up, he sees it as a strike, I believe. Here's a grounder by Moore. Good job by the West Lauderdale, by the Knight base runners. He kind of hopped over that ball, and I'm sure that caused the shortstop to lose track of it for just enough for it to take one more hop, and he couldn't field it cleanly.
With one out, the batter is the shortstop, number 23, Braylon Dixon.
That'll bring Braylon Dixon to the plate. There's a drive into the gap. It's going to score 2. It's going to roll up against the fence. Center fielder comes over. Going to try to get the runner at third. Can't do that. And so Knights will score 2. And that moves the score. West Lauderdale 6, Southeast Tigers 0. So Dixon with a double, having himself a pretty good day at the plate. Single, double. And then a line out to center. Braden Warren. He hits a drive out to right field. Ball's going to hook down the... and called in foul territory. The runners are going to tag. Zayden Moore's going to score. Dixon's going to move to third. So Braden does his job at a sacrifice fly. To the right fielder. He gets a run home. So nice to push the lead now to 7-0.
The next batter is left fielder, number 2, Xavier Thompson.
That'll bring Xavier Thompson to the plate. Thompson takes the strike. There's a drive to center from Xavier. Same problem with the Sun. Center fielder gets off the wall and over his head. So Xavier has a stand-up double. And that's going to plate Dixon. The Knights have pushed the lead to 8-0. That's going to bring up Cody Pickford, but I do believe Southeast will probably go to the bullpen.
On the mound for the Tigers, number 16, Mason Chapman.
So it looks like John Purvis will move to second base. Mason Chapman to come in to pitch.
With 2 outs, the batter is the pitcher, number 6, Cody Pickford.
Cody Pickford coming to the plate. Pickford flew out and doubled his last time up. Knights have runner in scoring position, Xavier Thompson. There's a strike outside corner. Count goes to 0-1. Good job by Pickford to fight off an 0-2 breaking pitch. It's going to be right on the corner, it looked like. Ball up. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2, 2 outs. Knights have plated 7 runs here in the fourth, coupled with 1 run in the second to no runs by the Tigers. Knights have an 8-run lead. They have 8 runs on 7 hits. Xavier Thompson gets a good jump on the ball in the dirt. Gets to third. Knights have 8 runs on 7 hits, committed 1 error. To Tigers, Southeast 0 runs on 2 hits and 3 errors. The errors have really undone them, especially here in the 4th inning. Pickford fouls it off to the right-hand side. So it counts 2-2. Breaking pitch. Ooh, good play by the third baseman. Strong throw, and that's a really good play. So, Southeast gets out of the inning without any more damage on a nice play by Chase Keller. So, going into the top half of the 5th, Knights will carry 8-0 lead.
After the innings of the night, there were 7 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left on base. Due up for the Tigers, Donovan Murphy, Chase Keller, and Declan Vick. To lead off for the Tigers, the first baseman, number 27, Donovan Murphy.
It's going to be Murphy, Keller, and Vick here in the top of the 5th. Ball inside, 1-0. Ball in. Going to say he's hit by a pitch. So Murphy, it's a free pass to first.
Your next batter is the third baseman, number 13, Chase Keller.
Fastball up, 1-0. Chase Keller pops it up on the infield. So an easy play.
With 1 out, the batter is the center fielder, number 11, Declan Vick.
So Declan Vick comes to the plate. He pops one out to left side, out of play. Declan Vick's strikeout victim his first time around the order. Ball up. Ball outside, just goes to 2-1. Ball low, 3-1. It's a good fastball. Moves the count to full, 3-2. Looks like Carter McMullen has taken over the second base duties for the night. Ground ball hits off Pickford's glove. That's one of those you probably, if you're Cody, you probably wish you would have just let it go through. That's going to be an infield single and puts runners at first and second for the Tigers. There's a wild pitch, going to let both base runners move up. So now the Tigers have two runners on, one out. You're in the top of the fifth inning. Nice lead, 8-0. Fly ball out to left field. Got an odd jump on it. Makes the play. Runners hold. So there's 2 outs in the inning.
The 2 outs. That is the second baseman, number 4, John Purvis.
So John Purvis coming to the plate. It's a ball low, 1-0. Purvis has struck out and been hit by a pitch. It's a good fastball from Pickford. Evens the count at 1-1. Breaking pitch up. Count goes to 2-1. So Cody's right at 62 pitches in the fifth inning with 2 outs. Nobody going. There's a good fastball on the outside half. Good location from Pickford. Count goes to 2-2. Breaking pitch in the dirt, runs the count full, 3-2. So we're at the heart of the order, the top of the order, excuse me. Purvis hits second, so your 3-hole hitters on deck for the Tigers. And strike 3 call. I was just getting ready to say, if you're Pickford, you'd like to get out of this, get past the most dangerous part of the order, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Southeast. And he did just that. So he gets out of the inning. Knights carry an 8-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. Due up for the Knights will be Kennedy, Marshall, and Thompson.
1 error and 2 men left on base. Due up for the Knights, Rylan Kennedy, Dalen Marshall, and Micah Thompson. The Knights return to action Tuesday, March 3rd, with a doubleheader right here in West Lauderdale. With League Central, game times at 5 and 7. The lead off of the night. 58 for the 19, Rylan Kennedy.
So Rylan Kennedy coming to the plate. 1 for 1, 2 runs scored. Home run earlier in the game. Our solo shot to drive in his RBI for the day. Scores 8-0 Knights. And Knights have, there's a strike on the inside half on a breaking pitch. Knights have 8 runs on 7 hits, committed 2 errors to the Southeast Tigers, 0 runs on 2 hits, and they committed 3 errors, which is really given, especially in the 4th inning. Southeast just made a couple of mistakes. One was sun related, I understand that, and the others, just kind of got a little sloppy with the baseball, and when you do that against a team like West Lauderdale, you're going to give up a crooked number, and that's exactly what happened in the 4th. Kennedy, I believe, might have got hit with that pitch. It looked like he did, but he didn't bolt. Stayed right where he's at. So maybe he didn't, or maybe he just wants to hit. Umpire didn't see it, and Rylan's not running at first. So 3-1 count, 8-0 lead for the Knights. Kennedy drives one out to left field. Left fielder ranging over. He's under it, and he makes a play. So 1 up, 1 down for the Tigers. Here in the bottom of the 5th. And that's going to bring up Dalen Marshall. Marshall 1 for 2 on the day, 1 run scored.
Dalen Marshall.
Ball up, 1-0. No action for either team in the bullpen. Ball in the dirt, 2-0. I know West has played some difficult competition here in the last 2 or 3 games, and I'm sure Coach Smith would love to be able to get through 1 game with 1 pitcher and not have to throw arms if he didn't have to. The ball up, 3-0. There's a strike at the knees, 3-1. Obviously Marshall taking that pitch, but he'll get the green light right here. That's a ball high. So Marshall will get the repass to first, and that's going to bring up Micah Thompson. Got a courtesy runner, Cole Garrison, coming courtesy run for Marshall at first base.
Number 15, Cole Garrison. The next batter is the catcher, number 27, Micah Thompson.
Swing and a miss from Thompson. There's another breaking pitch right at the top of the zone. Count quickly 0-2 on Thompson. Thompson doesn't agree with it. He's been back there with the umpire all day as a catcher. So he kind of got an understanding of what the zone has been for him behind the plate. So now it's a 1-2 count. The Knights now have somebody warming up in the bullpen. Can't tell who it is. They do have somebody throwing. So 2-2 count, evens up. That's a ball inside, 3-2. Thompson did the right thing. Just stand in the way of it right there. It's not throwing, breaking pitches are certainly not hard enough to cause you any problems or hurt you. Just take one and go to first. There's a drive single. Good job by Micah Thompson. Micah put the head of the barrel of the bat right on that one. So single for Thompson will put runners at first and second. Knights leading 8 to nothing. Like to find a way to push these across and hopefully call it a day. So Andrew Maxwell coming to the plate, 0 for 2, 1 run scored. 1 out in the inning. Ball outside, 1-0. Grip breaking pitch inside corner. So 1-1 count, 1 out in the inning. Maxwell flies up, pops it out to second. Second baseman under it, makes the play. So 2 outs in the inning now. And that's going to bring up Zayden Moore. Zayden Moore 0 for 2 with a run scored.
The 2 outs, the batter is the center fielder, number 8, Zayden Moore.
Zayden hits one, shortstop. Quick play to third, and he gets him. So the Tigers get out of the inning. No damage done. But the Knights carry 8-0 lead in the top of the 6th.
That half of the inning for the Knights. There were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and one hit. Due up for the Tigers, Cohen Mosley, Peyton Roberts, and Ethan Carney. On the mound for the Knights, number 3, Dayton Marshall.
So Dalen Marshall takes him out for West Lauderdale. He's pitching 2 1/3 innings. Got an 0-1 record.
Number 5, the catcher, Cohen Mosley.
Giving up 5 runs, only 3 of which were earned. Walked 5, struck out 3. He's got an ERA of 9. Dalen hadn't pitched in a whole lot of games. We're doing some work here today. Got good velocity, mid to high 80s. That one's fastball outside, 0-1. Ball outside, excuse me, 2-0. Instead of 0-1 a second ago, it should have been 1-0. 2-0 count. 2 balls from Marshall. There's a good mid-80s fastball right at the top of the zone. Swing out and missed by Mosley. Mosley's 0 for 2 on the day. There's another good fastball at the knees. So quickly, Marshall's come back and leveled the score at leveled the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A nice lead, 8-0. Here in the top of the 6th. Breaking pitch up. Count goes full 3-2. There's a good fastball from Dalen. Fouled off. Counts full. And that's strike 3. 87-mile-an-hour fastball inside corner. Swung at and missed by Mosley. And that's going to bring up Roberts. Roberts 1 for 2 on the day.
Going out the batter, the left fielder, number 9, Peyton Roberts.
It's a fastball outside, 1-0. Good breaking pitch right there from Marshall. And backed Roberts off the plate. Now, if you go right back to that same spot with the fastball, he probably got something, and he does. Roberts does a good job. Gets a piece of it, fouls it off. Now maybe you come back with that breaking ball, but this time away. Worked him inside twice. Go outside here. Good high fastball, 89 miles an hour from Marshall. That one got on Roberts quick. That's it, strike 3. Inside breaking pitch gets him looking. So 2 outs in the inning for the Knights.
With 2 outs, the batter's right fielder, number 14, Ethan Carney.
So Ethan Carney comes to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. Fastball, throws it past him. Fastball high and away. Gives a count of 1-1. Ball outside, 2-1. Ball low, 3-1. There was a good delivery from Mosley. He's watching it from Marshall. He's watching his delivery. Sometimes he gets a little bit quick. Got a good arm though. Kind of opens up maybe a little bit earlier than he should. And there's a walk. So a 2-out walk to Carney. And that's going to bring up Chapman.
That is the pitcher, number 16, Mason Chapman.
Chapman 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeout victim. Breaking pitch, up and away. Ball low, 2-0. Fastball up in the zone, 3-0. There's a good fastball from Dalen. Took a little bit off that, had much better control. That was 84, I suppose 87, 88. He knows he can throw it that hard. You just take a hair bit off. Get you some consistent control with your pitches. There's 2 strikes. Again, took a little bit off that. That was 85. So now he's got a full count, 3-2. Fouled straight back. Count stays 3-2. And he walked him. Back-to-back walks for the Tigers. 2 outs in the inning. Nice lead, 8-0. Top of the 6th. Courtesy runner coming for the Tigers. That's going to be Ryan Roach. And courtesy runner for Chapman.
Ryan Roach.
Breaking pitch way outside from Marshall. Good fastball. He's safe. Knights didn't go after that one quick enough there in the middle of the infield. They kind of waited for it to get behind the bag, and it's a slow roller. Just go, get out there and get it. Flip it to somebody if you need to and get the out. So that's an infield single. And now the Tigers have bases loaded and 2 outs. It wasn't hit hard, but it's a play you kind of got to really get after and make. Fastball from Marshall, fouled off the right-hand side. Count 0-1. Chase Keller at the plate. Keller 0 for 2 on the day. Fastball up and away. Count 1-1. There's a good fastball on the outside half. Count goes to 1-2. Dalen can pitch his way out of this one. Ball outside, 2-2. There it is. So Marshall pitches his way out of it. So Marshall strands 3 with a strikeout. And through 6 innings, through 5.5 innings, the Knights lead 8-0.
And that happened then for the Tigers. There were no runs on 1 hit, no errors. and 3 men left on base. Due up to the ninth, Braylon Dixon, Braden Warren, and Xavier Thompson. The lead off of the night, the shortstop number 23, Braylon Dixon.
So Braylon Dixon comes to the plate. Dixon 3 for 3 on the day, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Chops one down the third baseline, foul. Nice lead, 8-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. They have 8 runs on 8 hits, committed 2 errors to Southeast, no runs on 3 hits. And they've committed 3 errors, which has been the difference in the ball game. Dixon fouls off another one, right-hand side. Southeast has only managed 3 hits to West 8 hits. Dixon has 3 of the hits for the Knights himself. Foul ball just outside the third base line. Ball outside, 1-2. Ball up, 2-2. Knights would love to push, I believe, a couple of runs across the plate. Go ahead and close this thing out. There's a single. So Braylon Dixon having himself a day, 4 for 4. 2 RBIs, and that's going to bring up Braden Warren.
The next batter, the first baseman, number 14, Braden Warren.
Fly ball, hit out to right field. Warren swinging on the first pitch. Right fielder comes in, makes a play.
The next batter is the left fielder, number 2, Xavier Thompson.
So Xavier Thompson coming to the plate. Xavier 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. There's the strike called at the bottom of the zone. Ball low and away. Xavier rolls over the top of a slow fastball, it looked like. So now 1-2. Xavier does a good job on that breaking pitch, but hits it right to the shortstop. So the Tigers retire the second out in the inning via the force, and Xavier beats out the double play. So he'll stand at first base. So fielder's choice for Thompson, and that's going to bring up Cody Pickford. Pickford 1 for 3 on the day.
Next batter, the third baseman, number 6, Cody Pickford.
Pickford takes a ball low and away. 1-0. There's a strike. This count evens up 1-1. Ball in the dirt. Xavier takes the jump. I think he's going to beat that, and he does. Xavier read the ball in the dirt and took off. So now that gives the Knights a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. That's a strike on the corner, 2-2. Pickford would like to find a way to get on base here. Driving a run if he could. You got Rylan Kennedy standing on decks, capable of walking us out of here in the bottom of the 6th if he can get a shot at it. Pickford fouls it off, right-hand side. Knights are leading 8-0. Knights have 8 runs on 9 hits. Committed 2 errors to Southeast, no runs on 3 hits, and they've committed 3 errors. Another foul ball. Pickford did good. Cody's pitched earlier in the game, and he's aware of what the zone is for the umpire on that breaking pitch. That was probably absolutely the right decision to swing at that. I believe he lets it go. It's called strike 3. Based on what I've seen today. Fouled off. That's ball inside. So Pickford draws the walk, and that does indeed bring Rylan Kennedy to the plate.
The next batter is the DH number 19, Rylan Kennedy.
So Kennedy had a home run in the first, intentionally walked his last time up, his second time up, and then flew out to right field his last time up. Ball outside, 1-0. Kennedy drives one, but right to the left fielder. Man, he hit it hard. So the Knights are retired. No runs given up. And we'll go to the top of the 7th. Knights leading 8-0.
nights, there were no runs on one hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Due up to the Tigers, Declan Dexys, Rowan Riley, and John Purvis.
So next game for the Knights will be League Central at home. It's start of district play. League Central looks like, according to the schedule, they're just going to drive here and play 2. So there'll be a game at 5 o'clock and a game at 7 o'clock, both of which will be varsity. The Knights will kick off their district, the district part of their schedule this Tuesday at 5 and then again at 7, so it'll be a doubleheader. Then the Knights will travel to Germantown next Saturday for a 2 p.m. contest. And then I believe we probably get into spring break, so it looks like Knights are going to have a run of some tough games, and I'm sure they're either an Enterprise tournament or another spring break tournament, but they'll be playing Brandon on Thursday the 12th, Oak Grove Friday the 13th, West Marion Saturday the 14th. It's a ball one from Dalen Marshall, who returns to the mound. So the Knights are going to have some tough competition coming up. Good fastball from Marshall. Count evens up 1-1. Center fielder Vic 0 for 2 on the day. Count goes to 2-1 with fastball outside. So count quickly 2-2. Count goes 3-2. Ball up, so the leadoff runner on base for the Tigers. Via the walk, that's going to be up the top of the order for Southeast.
Today's batting, shortstop number 7, Rowan Riley.
Rowan Riley coming to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Tigers only have 3 hits on the day. You got 1 from Riley, 1 from Roberts, and 1 from Murphy. Ball up, 1-0. Gosh, you'd like to see Marshall stay a little bit more on top of that breaking pitch. He could really drop it into the zone if he would stay on the top of that. Kind of getting to the side of it, it's more of a side breaker. He's got good velocity with his fastball, mid-80s. So that's a 2-0 count. Ball high to Riley. There's a good fastball, 2-1. Ball low, 3-1. Looks like that's going to fall in fair territory, and it does. So the Tigers are going to have 2 men on and nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Coming to the plate is going to be Purvis. Purvis hit by pitches last time out.
Today's batting, second baseman number 4, John Purvis.
Just need 3 outs here. You'll give up runs just to get the 3 outs. It's a breaking pitch, 1-0. Good fastball. Just want to get the out. And West does. So that's 1 out in the inning. Via the ground out to Warren at first.
The next batter is the catcher, number 5, Cohen Mosley.
That'll bring up Cohen Mosley, 0 for 3, strikeout victim himself. Nice to have struck out 7 hitters from the Tiger lineup today. Good fastball up, 1-0. Marshall still in the mid-80s. Good fastball there, so count evens up 1-1. Another good fastball from Marshall. Count goes to 1-2. I think I'd keep coming with that. They haven't shown they can catch up with that. Put it up in the zone. Breaking ball. Popped out to right field. Right fielder ranging over. Makes the play. Tiger's going to tag and prevent West from getting the shutout. But there's 2 outs in the inning. West leading 8-1.
That is left fielder, number 9, Peyton Roberts.
Peyton Roberts coming to the plate. Roberts 1 for 3. Fastball up and in. Good fastball. Man, that went right off Micah's helmet. Thought he brung his bell for a second. Umpire's going to go talk to Dalen to give catcher just a chance to gather himself. Thing about being a catcher, man, you can take a beating behind home plate. You really can. Even though he's got that face mask on, that still rings your bell a little bit. Good fastball from Dalen. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Nice lead, 8-1. Going to try and close this one out. Wild pitch. And he's out. And so that'll do it. On the rundown, the Knights secure the victory.
I'd like to remind you, the Tigers return to action Tuesday afternoon, March 3rd, traveling to Cleveland to take on the Panthers. Game times at 5 and 7. The Knights return to action.
So Knights are going to take that one by score 8-1. Highlights of the game: Rylan Kennedy with a home run.
Game times at 5 and 7.
Knights really hit the ball relatively well. Had 9 hits, 8 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors. Southeast 1 run on 4 hits, committed 3 errors. Pitching did a really good job. Know exactly how many they walked, but that was not very many. Maybe 1, 2, looks like 3 walks and 2 hit by pitches. So they gave up 5 free bases there, but if they can rein that in, and had good velocity on the mound from Marshall, which was good to see. So if the Knights can continue to develop that, they've got a little something happening. But the next game will be against League Central this Tuesday. We'll start district play. League Central, again, as I mentioned a moment ago, will be coming here and playing at 5 and 7. We'll just go ahead and do we will not travel to Lake Central. We'll do both district games here. So that gives the West a little bit of break. They've been doing a lot of traveling, and then when you get into spring break week, they're going to have Germantown, Brandon, Oak Grove, West Marion, and then back into district play with Choctaw Central. But today the Knights pulled out the victory, and that'll move their record to 3-4, and they're a much better ball club than 3-4. They have played some difficult competition here in the last couple of weeks. So they are figuring it out. They got to figure out their pitching. They got to figure out the defensive alignment a little bit. But if they can figure out their pitching, they'll be a dangerous team. They've got a few good arms. They just got to realize when they want to throw them and how they want to use them. And I'm sure Coach Partridge, Coach Smith, and the rest of them will figure that out. So West wins 8-1 against cross-county rivalry Southeast. Eight runs on 9 hits to Southeast 1 run on 4 hits. We will see you Tuesday against League Central. This is Marcus Willis with West Lauderdale Athletics and West Lauderdale Baseball signing off.